Hi team, my name is Vinod Tiwari and I am from Panipat, Haryana, located in India. And I'm excited to present my health diagnosis AI powered web application, which used to help users finding their actual disease by entering their symptoms that they used to face or they are facing currently into their body. And why I chose this application because accessing healthcare quickly is a major problem nowadays in many places, and self-diagnosis applications fall often short. Inspired by this, I built a web app for health diagnosis powered by AI because we are using some predictions and some machine learning models. Okay, so that they can enter their symptoms like fever, cold, cough, shivering, vomiting, headache, weakness, whatever they are facing, they can enter input in the web app using comma, so the application can differentiate between the symptoms and those symptoms having some. If user is entering a symptom in the input box, then it will be counted as one, which means the user is facing that problem and it is present into their body. And then we are using Flask API so that it can check our sheet and can check like what are the combinations we can. Then machine learning model will come here and that used to check that what are the combination user is making, and then it will show them what are the actual issue they are facing from the sheet. Okay, because we have trained our model in model.py file. You can see this panel is having so many files that I have been creating, and we are having a data set of this like many symptoms and their actual disease by the combination of their presence or absence. Okay, so how it actually works. User will simply enter their symptoms into the input box on the web app. Then behind the scene, the app uses a machine learning model, okay, which is trained on real world symptom disease data, which is here. We can see these are the features, like we can say columns in Excel. And then by clicking on a button on web app, they will get the prediction as their final disease, that what are the actual disease the combinations are making and what are the actual issue they are facing, so that they can easily intervene that issue or problem or this health issue, we can say. Okay, so how actually app works, let me show you the demo. So here we are having a run.py file which is doing a task of creating this model into a app. Okay, so we will use this file and we will run it on our localhost. Like I'm using it on our localhost, I will run it on my localhost to show them. Later on I will deploy it on cloud as well, so that you can publicly access anytime and you can try it yourself as well. So you can see I have run python.runpy, and yes, we are getting a IP of my localhost. I will check it by clicking on it. Let me cut it, and then I will add here some symptoms: fever, shivering, pardon, then itching, then cold. And yes, I gonna click on predict disease, and it will show. See, the person which is having symptoms of fever, shivering, itching, and cold, the actual disease that he or she may face is allergy. And what are the tech stacks that I have been using in this? So for front end, I am using HTML, like for giving structure to our web app, and for design and their styling, I'm using this sheet style.css, where I have been giving styling to their form labels. Labels are the some highlighted text and titles, we can say. Okay, and that's all. And then we are training our Python model. Then we are having this git ignore. It is used to ignore some files on GitHub so that we can deploy our GitHub file and GitHub repository on cloud. Okay,